He's in here. So you guys want to hear about the time my dad tried to have sex with me in the shower? Alright, I'll take your silence as a hell yes, Chris. I would love to hear about your dad. Anyway, so I went home a couple months ago for the holidays, and I had surprise visited my parents, and they didn't. So I got home and I walked around and nobody was home, so I figured, might as well take a shower while I'm here since I hadn't done that today. So I'm about halfway through when all of a sudden I hear my dad's voice go, "Hey honey, who's ready for round 2? Shower curtain rips open, there's Dad butt naked with half a chub. He was like looking at my future. It was just ugly. And apparently my parents have shower sex now, which is just a great visual. So I'm a firm believer that we should have a worldwide football league, and it should be covered by Sports Center because I like the da-na-na, da-na-na. So here's my person in the World Football League, covered by Sports Center. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na. All right, we got a great game today. Today's first team is Mexico. They're going green this year. The entire team and their fan base has all showed up in the same minibus. They're, of course, going up against Iran. Oh, and here comes the first play. Ready, set, hut. Allahu Akbar! Well, looks like we're going to have to take a quick commercial break while we bring out Iran's second string. Maybe clean up the field a little bit. Whatever, I got a couple laughs, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, so has anybody here ever been to Tilted Kilts? I love the Tilted Kilt. So I went there for the first time about a year ago, and I'd never been there before. I had no idea what's going on. I walk in there and I'm like, oh my god, titties! I kind of made a scene. But yeah, if you haven't been there, it's basically a glorified Hooters, except for the girls who wear way smaller uniforms and they have way lower self-esteem. So we went in there, we went to eat, check out football, you know, scenery a little bit. And after a while, I kind of noticed that the dudes wear kilts too. I wasn't as excited about that part. I mean, like, what do they wear underneath those things? Because tighty-whities would just be disgusting. And boxers would be hanging down below their little kilt thing, so that would just be weird. And, like, how do they enforce that rule when there's nobody wearing anything? Like, hey, Todd, can you come here for a minute? Yeah, listen, man, I noticed when you were back there and you dropped that receipt, you bent down to pick it up and your shaft was kind of swinging around a little bit. Now, I don't want to come down on you too hard because it's your first offense, but, you know, if you could just wear a little more support. No, banana hammocks are fine, man. Thanks for understanding. And, like, what if a dude has dandruff? Because, I mean, I'm assuming that happens. I mean, I don't want to walk around and eat in a fucking snow globe the whole night. Joke just wasn't going as well as I hoped. Anyways. So, oh god. What the fuck is my last joke? Damn it.
Chris,
no, I'll think of it.
You got it.
I'll think of it.
Other Dell.
Do you guys want to hear about Other Dell?
Other Dell.
That Dell? Alright, so I kind of told some people this story last week, and it went a little better than I'm doing tonight. So, I have this friend, he's like a brown guy. He's from one of the countries that ends in Stan. And when he drinks, like, a lot, he turns into this other person. We call him That Dell. And he just wanders off randomly like a kid with ADD who just saw a shiny red ball bouncing around. And one night, when he was just blacked, he walked up to me and he had one of his sandals in his hand, and it was broken apparently, so he goes, he just comes walking up to me, and you can tell when he's that Del, because he's looking at you, and he's staring at like, just above your forehead, and so he hands me the sandal. I'm like, what is this? He goes, my fucking sandal's broken. And he turns around and he jets out of the, he just takes off. I'm like, Del, where are you going? And he runs into our backyard, and I run after him, and I take out my cell phone because that's the best flashlight to use ever. And I go, Del, where are you? Like right on in front of the garage. It's here. Del? Del, where are you? I hear another sound from behind the garage, so I go kind of back there, and I'm back there, and there's like this fence behind our garage, and right next to it's this little makeshift compost pile that my roommate is apparently trying to do, but he knows nothing about going green, so he just like throws plastic forks and spoons on there, and he's like, no, don't worry, it'll degrade over time. And then like 2 years later, the same fucking spork is just sitting there on the top of the pile. And so I shine the light over here, and there's Del looking like a fucking Yeti going. And then he launches himself up over the fence, and he takes off. And we go after him, and he's gone. He's disappeared. So I call him the next day about 1:30 because we hadn't seen him since. And he goes, hello? I'm like, Del, where the fuck are you? He goes, I passed out next to a dumpster behind Barachos last night. Fucking seagull ate my burrito. Del, you weren't home last night. You could have passed out on your bed. Why didn't you do that? Well, then I wouldn't have a burrito. Guys, this is my time.
Yeah!